Standard is a Meathook Massacre world, and the rest of us are just living in it. Red Black Anvil is a deck that's felt good every time we've played it in Standard in the past, and we haven't given it a try since Ob Nixilis was added with Streets of New Capenna. So we've got a bunch of sacrifice things like Oni-Cult Anvil and Blood Tokens and Synthesizer and Deadly Dispute generate a lot of card advantage. We've got some meat hooks because of course we got some meat hooks. So let's go ahead and pop on into some matches with this and see how it goes. There aren't really good guys in Standard. Standard's essentially become a Batman situation. I think our deck's very Batman adjacent. Big billionaire beating up poor people and the mentally unwell vibes. Lead on untapped red on 1 in case they have a 1-drop we want a Voltage Surge. This deck has to be pretty reasonable into Esper. We grind a little bit okay, and Tainted Indulgence is not typical Esper. Kind of Reanimator Shell. Prismari Command. That's heckin' rude. What reanimate spells are in this format? It's gotta be some 5-mana ones, right? I want to Fable here before Resynthesizer, because our deck has a number of 3-mana spells in it. If I had a 3-mana spell Synthesizer, we can't currently cast it. Whereas next turn, we'll have a treasure token from this, so we'll be able to cast a 3. You're hooked on Snap. Me too, it's pretty good. I really hope they adjust the card acquisition mechanics of the economy, but the actual gameplay is like super, super good. Greed. Huh? Keeping the rest of these. Okay, and we'll kill this. We'll play Epicure. The bite-sized gameplay in Snap, where like every game is less than 3 minutes, is so good. Like Lorehold Dragon too. Alright, they did not find whatever reanimate spell they were playing. Well, Graveyard Trespasser looks incidentally very good. Same thing with Grasp. Not a Meathook Massacre matchup. Probably not a Lolth matchup either, honestly. I think the Duresses seem fine. Being able to take reanimate spells or other key interaction from their hand seems good. I'm gonna try an Ob Nixilis and trim a Voltage Surge. Gonna bring the curve down overall. We don't want to be too reactive either. Surge is pretty important for being able to kill their Fable things, but otherwise pretty reasonable. Sure. Dub's removal spells a little awkward. Six removal spells might be a little much post-board. I might just want, like, Grasp and, like, a Surge. Could go either way, though. I guess killing the Reflection of the Kikujiki is pretty important, though. Take the Cathartic Pyre here because it trades tempo positive with my Graveyard Trespasser. Okay, and Synthesizer is a fine pickup. I have the 4th land, so if we hit a, Well, I guess Trespasser is kind of an enabler for them in a way, huh? That's kind of funny. I didn't think about that. It's an interesting tension, because it's technically a hate card, right? Because it, like, exiles creatures from their bin, but it also, like, gives them a discard outlet. You just put a bunch of creatures in the bin. Well... Oh, speaking of enablers...
I'm not afraid of any. You work for me now, Runt.
Oh, thanks. That's probably why I couldn't give you mod status yesterday. Twitch kept telling me your username didn't exist. I was like, this is silly. I'm like looking at the DM with it, but you must have changed it right after. Alright, well, this Duress isn't doing anything, though. I think I'm playing the Abandon Mire out because I want to be able to pay 3 and sack the Synthesizer next turn. I'm doing well, Lucas. Morning, morning.
Defy me, and you'll lose.
Waiting a turn on this. They just saw 2 new cards, so I think it's important that I duress them this turn in order to be able to take a reanimate spell out of their hand. So I assume they're going to grab a land or a creature and this duress is going to brick, but definitely still correct to play it. Oh gosh. They dread. Good Infernal Grasp. Well, there's only one Velomachus in their deck. Or, sorry, in their graveyard, I guess I should say.
By coin or carnage, tribute is owed.
They peel another reanimate spell. We're in trouble here. Titan of Industry is in their bin. Several Titans of Industry, in fact. Hey, Crunchy, thanks for the 22 months. Welcome back. proceed on sacking Synthesizer to draw some cards here. They went to one. That's actually a little scary. Sometimes lucky, they kind of got to do their thing, right? Like they put a thing into play and then we just had a Doomblade. Reanimate decks are such a tough sell in standard formats. Like, you're basically spending 5 mana to shoot like 7 and 8 mana things into play, and at that rate, you might as well just hard cast them most of the time. I reanimate when you can ramp. Yeah, exactly. Alright, so I really want to play a black 2-drop on 2, so we're going to lead on the slow land on 1. Because if I play this, I won't have untapped black on 2. Teamer action out of our opponent here, it looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and just kill the Tycoon here. Get the Anvil going. Casting him. I don't have great blocks for the Briar Bridge tracker if I cast Ob Nixilis. I think I'd rather just Bloodtithe Harvester. That way I have a 3-2 to line up into their 4-3. Convert another blood to a token here. I don't know about mono blue, but I know a couple of people in the subs Discord have been talking about a Paradox Engine deck being competitive. Do you explicitly want it to be mono blue, or do you just want a Paradox combo in general? Start here and see what we get. Again, waiting on Ob Nixilis to just get Bloodtithe Harvester going. I think so. Been to negate. Yeah, that seems smart. Yeah, I still take viewer submissions for Explorer just like every other format, Crunchy. They're They're 50 USD. I have a Explorer deck lined up that's a donation already for today, but I can get to your submission early next week. I'm gonna trade 2 of these for the Goblin Shaman. I think I want to sack any of these to drain them. In fact, I think I want to sack a blood to rummage through this.
I've conquered entire planes. My wounds will make quick work of you. My coin.
I mean, Grawl was a real deck in Historic for a long time. An Explorer is basically just a bunch of people playing old Historic decks. Power levels lower than it previously was. That was an incredible amount of lag. Alright, we've got a couple of draws here at, couple of draws here at a Meathook Massacre. I did discard a main deck negate, so that could realistically be something we have to worry about. Alright, so 2 more draws at Meathook here at the Synthesizer. 1 more draw. Oh, do y'all see me? My internet just had a spike. That connection must have been that must not have been Arena. I said my stream dropped down to 0 for a second. No, yeah, the lag wasn't you, it was me, chat. We're having some weather here. Alright. Looks like it recovered. Yeah, it dropped to 0 for a second, then it caught back up. What are we Shatterskull Smashing? We definitely gotta take the reflection of the Kiki Jiki off the table. I can reflection the Kiki and a Briar Bridge tracker, which is probably the line. Yeah, it looks like it's restabilized.
Oh, I have a job for you. Your punishment is my entertainment.
Is that the line all of you think at home when you come here and watch me get mana screwed? Yeah, I could have sacked the Synthesizer of the Anvil. I don't know, just take you the guaranteed 2 knockouts seems fine. Alligators letting them gain some life seems really good. Ace, thank you for the 40 months. I appreciate the almost 3.5 years. Welcome back. All right, they said that all of the friends at Daddy Nixilis, which means we cannot save him. So, Sugar, you're going down. Yeah, but then I would have lost my Planeswalker, Seth, and I didn't want to lose my Planeswalker. We were drawing a bunch of cards, so I wanted to play to drawing Meathook Massacre. So, you are correct, but I don't think that line was good. Finest Meathooks, please, deck. Oof. Basically, it's the best we can do, yep. So if I pay 3 and sack the synthesizer, I won't be able to... If I pay 3 and sack the synthesizer, I can't, I can't cast the Meathook for X3 this turn, so... I think we do this and kill their Gallagreators before it can gain life. We'll put another double token into play. We'll plus this other one. We'll just continue treading water a little bit here until we can find our card to slam dunk them. Like, we have the life total advantage. We're a little bit behind on board, but they're due to draw some lands here, which is good. And hopefully we'll find a Meathook here sometime soon. Thanks. They're due to draw some lands. Draw 6 mana bomb. Feels Magic the Gathering, man. So, with the Incinerator coming into play here, I think we actually don't discard this swamp. Yeah, because this is land number 8 now for us, so by keeping this, it means Meathook will take their dragon off the table too, so I think we need to.
My empire crumbles.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, we had the double ping. That's fine. Easy game. Oh, I had a main deck negate earlier, right? I'm surprised they didn't sack clues to try and draw negate here. Can you imagine not playing Meathook in this format, chat? Their top decks have been great, but I think we're still ahead, right? Like, they're at 6 and they don't have any life gain insight. And I have Anvil plus Meathook now. So, like, we're definitely threatening to drain them out. Fuck you. Oh, look! My card that swept your board eventually killed you. Was it good for you, opponent? It was good for me. Definitely want the last Infernal Grasp. Voltage Surge, probably pretty good here. The Abrade's probably decent, too. Meathook's obviously great. Trim. Ob Nixilis bought us okay amounts of time there, but on the draw he can be a little bit awkward. They have a lot of pressure. Maybe it's from Epicure, because it's just a low quality card. You can see that. RQR Master X85. Thank you for the over 6 years of support. One of Hoaglandia's OGs. Hope life's treating you well. Happy Friday. Thanks for sticking around through all the changes we've been here. To Moto, to Hex, to Runeterra, to Arena, to Paper Magic. You've seen it all. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Thanks for checking in for the 2nd year. Welcome back. What's paper? Untapped land. Rats. And we take a redraw on an untapped land here. Obviously super sad if we had a spell, but getting a land drop this turn would be very good. Maybe I'm just supposed to sack a blood token there, actually. No Chariot is great for me. Still no land is not great for me. Oh, God. This is where the magic happens, chat. The old on the draw with 4 extra looks. Miss the 3rd land drop on turn 4. Big oof. Big oof. Chat, I just want everybody who's not an American to appreciate how lucky you are. This man here, one of the many people holding a rifle in this picture, he went on a news station and he talked about how the reason why we have a school shooting problem in the United States is because of liberal indoctrination and things like critical race theory. So I'd just like to give a healthy fuck you to Ron Johnson and everybody that votes for him and his party. Let you know what we're dealing with here on the everyday. We're definitely keeping. I think I'm bottoming the Abrade. I was gonna say, I think we're definitely trading here. We might actually be trading here still, right? Because I'm probably gonna anvil the blood token. Yeah, I think that's the line. I think we're trading this off. And then we'll go mountain, anvil the blood token. Alright, well, definitely leaning on this. I was going to synthesizer, but would much rather play a 3-drop for sure. And we'll go ahead and replace our 1-1 with a new 1-1 that's shiny and untapped and drains life. I love the audio track when this comes into play, just like with a car revving up. Is it crazy to bin the Meathook here? I feel like I'm supposed to bin the Meathook here. How dare you? Yeah, sorry. Nice. Okay, sweet. So I get to do this. Then we get to attack with these. And we can sack this treasure token to get 2 1-1s. Gosh, I kinda wish I had a Meathook Massacre, chat. Okay. Okay, we're cooking with gas. Whoa, they didn't crew either of their vehicles, chat. That's so good for us. That's true. We did have Joe Manchin on camera saying he would do anything he could to pass gun reform in the Senate, and then in the next breath say he's also not going to, he's also still opposed to removing the filibuster. So, yeah. A nice, healthy cluster. 50-50 crappy Republicans, 2 crappy Democrats. Something, something. I'd do anything but not that. I don't know. I don't think you know what those words mean, Joe. Alright, I apologize for getting us on the topic of guns. I want to move off of it. I don't want to spend the whole day angry. I've closed my Twitter feed. The general reminder, if you're a Hoaglandian who supports me and you want to talk about the community with stuff like that on End Without Limit, there is a politics channel in the subs Discord that I and many others are active in. Finally found us an Esper, chat. The Marvel Snap is not in open beta, unfortunately. It is currently in closed beta. I feel like you don't put this card in your deck if your deck's not insanely built around it, so I think I'm just taking this straight here. Although, I suppose I could attack this turn and then dispute and then plan to do this next turn. I'm just gonna be a little conservative here, and, let's just talk about the arena economy instead. Game. The economy in the Marvel Snap game also seems less than ideal, but unlike Arena, I have optimism that the economy in Marvel Snap will probably change for the better. Oh, Hex TCG. Rip. What does this card do? Pay a life, discard a card, draw a card, mill a card, put a ritual. If there's 3 or more, transform it. Exile. It's so many words, chat. It's so many words. It's a lot of words for something that's not great. Yeah, maybe.
I've conquered entire planes. One city. Shake down the locals. Your punishment is my entertainment.
Yep. He dead? I think we might be dead, chat.
Next time, I'll cut you down.
Hey, chat, everything worked out. Everything worked out. That's fine.
Go ahead.
Oh, you know, maybe I should have plussed Ob Nixilis first. Oh, they have another Grease Fang? They have another Grease Fang that can get us. We're not just dead, but okay, yeah, I have another Grease Fang. Good game. Why does this card only activate as a sorcery? Would this card be too good if it activated at instant speed? Like what were we afraid of breaking if we let this card that is a little rough around the edges activate at instant speed? Captain Command, thank you for the 4 years. Welcome back. Howdy, howdy. Good golly, chat. Where are my creatures? It's even still tapped, right? Because it doesn't exile and come back in, it just transforms. This is where the magic happens. Okay. Drop it like it's hot. Gain a couple of life. Yeah, at least this land is a spell. At least this land is a spell. Give me something to sack to double the Ob Nixilis, please. Nice, nice. Okay, so this puts them to 5, and then these both have 3, so we just make 2 doubles. So they're at a virtual 1. We'll hold on to the land and discard to the blood token. Don't call it a comeback, chat. Well, that's heckin' rude.
Wipe that smug look off your face.
Ob Nixilis isn't going to actually drain them because they don't mind discarding. Actually in a little bit of trouble here. You know what? I'm actually going to not do this just yet because the odds I need the extra on mana next turn are low and I could draw an Anvil. Game.
Come closer. That aren't I the generous one?
Snap's really good worky. The economy is a little bit wonky, but the actual gameplay is good. And the developers seem like they're open to feedback on it, so we'll see where that ends up at. They're looking for like another portable hole here would be very good for them. Swing and miss. Yeah, I should have done it during the main phase together. I didn't expect them to block my devil. Them blocking the devil was really good for us. I was definitely expecting them to just, like, take one. Yeah, I think even if they give you extra credits draft, the economy's still not good. They really need a way for you to get specific cards that you want. Whether that's with money or with crafting or something like... They need a way to be like, okay, this is the deck I want to build. This is how I work towards it or how I get it out right. Yeah, I'm like, this spot here is just like the position this deck puts people in frequently where like they can't attack or block because they just die because Meathook's in play. I have 4 Rays of Enfeeblement in my sideboard. That's probably pretty good against the Grease Fang deck. Right, we're gonna trim here. It's probably too much removal. I don't know, so like, Meathook draining is the good thing about it in this deck, but like, when you look at control decks, Meathook gaining you life is the good thing about it there, right? Like, which line of text is cracked in which places varies depending on which archetype you put it into. Draining definitely is what makes it good inside of these creature decks, though. Yeah, I mean, it's better than Fumigate in a lot of ways, right? Because it's a kind of a Fumigate that hangs around afterwards. It gains you more life off your spot removal spells. Fumigate was a plenty playable card. This is like Fumigate Plus. If you looked at me and you said, Jeff, what change would you make to Meathook Massacre if you were in charge? I would make Meathook Massacre cost 1XX, I think. I think if you made Meathook cost a prohibitive amount to kill large things, it would offer counterplay in that you could just play big creatures. I should have deadly disputed an end to turn there. I set the stop too late. Could run into a counter spell now. I guess not disputing means it's slightly easier to hold up removal. It's a cute one. It's really good with Hot Shot, huh? Because you can still crew stuff. I like it. Yeah, good deck building here from the opponent. Yeah, making it cost 1xx is would be one of my favorite types of changes you could do in digital cards, because it's technically not strictly worse if you make it cost black XX. There's situations where it's better, and there's situations where it's worse, so it's a side grade. It's not just a, oh, this card is worse now. But I think is one of the best types of things you can do with digital stuff is like, okay, this doesn't have to be a strictly better, strictly worse situation. It's a context-dependent one. Unfortunately, cannot grasp Raffine here because it is Ward 1. This. Couple of ways to take this off the board now. Okay. I'm gonna do this now at sorcery speed, so that way we don't get counterspelled. This Blood Fountain might threaten to grind us out here, though. I think I'm rummaging the red one at least here. I mean, Voltage Surge's popularity is in large part due to the fact that, what's it called? Fable the Mirror is so good, right? That it incidentally gives you artifacts in every red deck. So you, like, get to play Shock Plus because you're playing Fable the Mirror anyways. We need some synthesizers and some deadly disputes here. So we can generate a little card advantage. There we are, a little bit flooded. Oh, Fiery Impulse is a good comparison. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. hold this land in hand because we not only have a blood token, we also have chapter 2 on Fable next turn. I'll put a stop at my turn here, so that way if we draw exactly Deadly Dispute, we can Deadly Dispute before chapter 2 happens. I'm gonna trade Harvester for Hotshot Mechanic here. Both of us getting to rummage away lots of lands we don't need. Rafina is super strong. Churning, churning, churning. Keep those cards right churning right now. So I could play this land to attack with Hive of the Eye Tyrant, but getting in for 3 points of damage doesn't really help us win the race right now, so I think I'd much rather hold the land to rummage to the Fable next turn again. So the over 3 years, Tower Knight. Good morning and welcome back. Howdy, howdy. All right, there's a Bank Buster in there. We've both seen so many cards. There's 32 cards left in their deck, and there's 29 in mine. Where's a Meathook Massacre when you need it, shit? I'm discarding this other saga. I want Deadly Disputes and stuff that's gonna turn me to a Meathook. Sure. Red Boxer. You'd have hit Meathook by now if you'd have registered 6 of the 75. That's probably true. Have another Grease Fang. They are also only at 8, and I have a bunch of 2/2s and a Hive of the Eye Tyrant at the moment. man. That's unfortunate. Let's list them. Lizinas. Okay. This lets them just straight up clear out 2 of our tokens. Sad. I just gotta go to 4 here. We have 2 draws and a Meathook. Or 3 Meathooks in our 26 remaining cards. Actually weren't that unlucky. We're only 92% to have a Meathook in our top 34 cards. So one in 10 games or so. 1 in 11 games. What's going on, bro? Thanks for the 15 months. Welcome back. There was much else I could have done there. Just how magic be. You think you could draw Meathooks if you weren't a vegetarian? Asking the real questions. Beyond Massacre. I think I'm definitely discarding the Grasp. Am I getting rid of the Ray as well? We could greed and ditch the Hive. Yeah, that's true. Oh my god, chat, they've activated our trap card. See, this was tactical. We didn't draw Meathook in the second game to lull them into a false sense of security. They think we're not playing it. Little did they know, steady as she goes, do 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 do. A little weak in the knees there, Mr. Fang. Replace our token with the shinier, newer token while draining them for 2. Sign me up. Cumulative variance is caught up, and now you have all of the Meathooks. Yep, dude. Our opponent has so many cars and no one to drive them, chat. Man, Mysterious Limousine being white against Ray of Enfeeblement is real awkward. Why you so feeble, Mr. Rafine? You considered being less feeble, perhaps? Every card in this deck is rancid to play against. Listen, chat. Don't hate me. I'm just a byproduct of the standard environment in which I've been raised, okay? It's not my fault I'm this way. It's society's fault. It's Wizards of the Coast's fault. Are we trying to mono-red us? In this economy? Okay, Dwight, I want chat to know that this is Dwight's fault. He told me to sing it. I'm a Meathook girl in a Meathook world, life with Zack, and it's fantastic. I don't have lyrics past their chat. That's all I got. Just John, thank you for the entire year. Welcome back. All right, what are we discarding here? So I could Voltage Surge, kill this to pressure the Chandra. I could also Voltage Surge sack this to do the Chandra, but then I'm not free to attack. Shish, thanks for the almost 3 years. I think we're ditching the lands, chat. We're ditching the lands. Let the greed consume you. No, I don't think I want to trade shit.
You're really cramping my style.
You know why Chandra's style is cramped shit? Because she's not a Meathook girl, and it's a Meathook world. You can concede or you can play me.
Aw, you're looking a little singed.
What do we think make 2 1/1s attack Chandra? I think I'm into it.
Hey, listen, jerk. Move it.
Move it or lose it, people. Move it or lose it. Recommend stamping on the first turn in Marvel as a power move. I think so. Especially because the ladder has so many bots on it at the moment. You're going to win a lot of your matches anyways. It's probably the best way to power up the ladder. And venture a guess. Alright, we're looking for a Doomblade for the etchings here so you can pressure the Chandra. It's a lot like a removal spell. A little bit of trouble, chat. Hooking here has gotta be wrong, right? I'm gonna attack their Chandra for 2, because if they block with the 2/2, I can Meathook for 1 and keep my reflection.
That's it. I'm done playing.
Guys, gals, and non-binary pals, we got him. Ha! Got him! Oh, they have a treasure token. That's fine. We still take a resource out of them, right? I think this is okay.
Who needs a plan? Just improvise.
Lands and 19 cards. If I play Daddy Nixilis, Chandra just kills him, so I think we chill.
This is a fun idea.
Go sow some chaos.
Some chaos.
Woohoo! Watch me heat up the dance floor.
Good God, the top of their deck has been obscene. Like, not even just not drawing lands, but also just every spell has been good. It's like in the right order too, finding removal when we have threats, finding threats when we have nothing. Just savage. Sorin and Graveyard Trespasser sound good here. Infernal Grasp sounds a little risky. Abrade sounds fine. Ray of Enfeeblement sounds fine. It's good. Good enough. The opponent's paying for premium shuffler features. Oh, is that what people meant when they told me Magic was pay to win? You gotta get the premium shuffler features. Atomic. This is the music from the game board, and it is great. You are correct. Big agree. Take two and see what they play out. They play a blocker. I'd rather kill the blocker. A little aggressive, but I think it's right. Looks like they made a fixed cat oven. Yeah, that's a good summary of Oni-Cult Anvil. Is a more interactable cat oven style play pattern. If you haven't touched Magic in a long time, this is probably the most contentious card at the moment. It's pretty obnoxious, and it's in almost every good black deck, and most of the good decks are black. Only exiles a creature if it was dealt damage by a source they control. Alright, definitely correct to play the Naked Massacre there. Solid grind out. Hand really needs a third land, but a lot of good spells. Okay, that's kind of correct. I'll play this looking for an untapped land. Here's a good chance for dead, chat. That is an incredible 2-3. Not a whole lot of player agency that game. Sometimes you just die. Frequently you just die? Magic the Gathering story. Summer family vacations this year. Yeah, we're gonna be taking the boys, well, the kids, Haley too, up to the Dells in July. One of the weeks. The Wisconsin Dells, bunch of water parks up in the Wisconsin area. We're going to see some computers. Yeah, exactly. No artifact enablers for our anvil so far is a little sad. I guess we're just passing here. I guess this is the line. It feels bad to have to use my anvil like this, but at least it gives us the ability to cast Ob Nixilis this turn.
I'm the new will make quick work of you. Your punishment is my entertainment.
Jaw pizza. Pizza. I think I'm just hooking this for one. Just keep my planeswalkers healthy. Opponent looks to be playing a fight rigging deck.
Defy me, and you'll lose everything. Pleasure doing business with you.
I mean, well, that's the silly good thing about Meathook in a deck like ours, right? Like, even when Meathook isn't great against our opponent's deck, it's still going to be pretty reasonable just as an enabler for our stuff. Like, it just helps our game plan.
You work for me now, runt.
They're at a point where, like, they're low enough now that they have to start discarding cards instead of taking 2 every time I plus. Not me. And plus, chat, you know what and this is, it's honestly, it's kind of like the 3-mana Teferi problem, right? What's the best answer to your opponent's 3-mana Teferi? Your own 3-mana Teferi. What's the best thing you could do against your opponent's Meathook Massacre? Have your own Meathook Massacre. Infernal Grasp for killing their big thing sounds good. Duress seems fine. I think we're supposed to cut our own meat hooks here, but I'm actually not 100% on that. There could be merit to, like we talked about, just like the best answer to their meat hook is your own. So, like, maybe I'm supposed to leave it in just to counteract theirs, because, like, theirs definitely aren't coming out here. I'll take some Lolth. I don't know that I want all the Planeswalkers in here. I think I want the Ob Nixilis and the Lolth, though. Sure. Show me your secrets. So they get to draw a card here, but they also don't get to rig any fights, so that's good for us. I want to split the difference in what I'm doing with these so that they top deck another Meathook. I don't really want to put 2 devils into play, I don't think, right away.
Your punishment is my entertainment. You work for me now, Runt.
Yes, yeah, I prioritize down-ticking the token Ob Nixilis because I would rather the real Ob Nixilis die if they want to prioritize killing that one. Alright, they're just dead, right? I was about to fart around and then I counted. Yeah, definitely, Pelly. Big agree. Opponent was just trying to rig some fights, but little did they know it was all rigged against them, Chip. Leave for a few months and come back to a Jeff who prioritizes winning over drawing cards. Don't worry, chat. I promise we will do significantly less winning when we change over to Explorer. I have been given money to try and update Green-Black Explorer Citadel. So, I'll take care of that. Yeah, there's a YouTube video clip of my reaction to, the Winota Man. Angels, eh? Like, Meathook's not likely to be great here. Good God. Better late than never. Oh, do you have an Explorer Citadel list, Impromptu? Can you link it to me? Please and thank you. I will gladly copy your homework for a starting point. Ravine in an Angel's deck is an interesting choice. They might be about to massacre us, chat. People ridiculing us for playing Massacre at 96%. So, chat, everybody who cares at all about having a chance in this format is playing Massacre. Here's see what we get. Yeah, their high toughness creatures are good alongside Massacre. Are they winning this race? I actually can't tell. They're not winning if we draw Meathook. Evergreen comment. Alright. We can dodge a Meathook, we can dodge a ball. Yeah, this deck's great, Grimweb. One of the many decks that has a decent match record on the old untapped stats. Alright, that is not a Meathook Massacre. Although I guess they only need a Meathook for one, so they could theoretically have another here. They have 7 in the air at the moment. They could have 8, 9 on the attack. So we're not dead in the air currently. Our opponent is confirmed not blocking warriors. Yeah, starting next week, we'll be doing Magic, Marvel Snap, and Unite every day. I couldn't do that today, though, because I have to end early because rehearsal for tomorrow's Unite tournament is at 3 o'clock today. We always have a tech rehearsal the day before, so I'll be broadcasting the May monthly finals again on their official channel. Anaphylactic, thank you for the 25 months. Welcome back. So Snap is new and shiny, so I want to do that again since we just got in. And then next week we'll do 3 games a day again. Yeah, twitch.tv/Pokemon Unite or youtube.com/Pokemon Unite. What time? Let's say early afternoon. I definitely know what time it starts at. Alright, well, my 4 copies of Ray of Enfeeblement are definitely going to be good here. Ob Nixilis probably gets attacked quite frequently by their flyers, and Meathook doesn't really kill their stuff, so I think we pull that out. Lolth blocks their flyers nicely, so I think we pull her in. Rest of this seems fine. At this point, we have all the same casters from last month, so like the rehearsal is like just as much for the production side as it is for us. We won't actually practice casting any matches during it. We just like run through the show. How things are gonna expectedly play out. The production company esports engine that runs the events is really, really fantastic. Joke's on you, opponent. I didn't want these spells anyways. That's an excellent draw. So now I can do this. Oh, I'm dumb. They took my Voltage Surge. Oh, Chad, I'm such a stupid. I looked here and saw a 1-mana red card, and I assumed it was still Voltage Surge. I should have just played that. Oof. Infernal Grasp. Ray of Enfeeblement. Yeah, sloppy. I mean, if you hadn't done that impromptu, that's what I was gonna do. So you just did some of the legwork for me to start, which I appreciate.
You reek with terror. Aren't I generous?
Aren't I generous?
Cry like a meek little thing.
Really surprised they did that instead of just attacking her with the angels. It's like, I gets a double block. I guess they could have another removal spell, but that still seems fine for me, right? They're trading a removal spell for my spiders. They effectively traded 2 for 1. Oh, are you sure? As you will. Oh, now we have to not die to this Legion of Angels? Yeah, we're actually only playing 23 lands at that. And one of those 23 is a Shatterskull Smashing. Hey, chat. Ray plus Bloodtithe. Get rid of Lisa. If we draw an untapped land next turn, I can abandon Mire, back the Lolth, and Caster. There's no way they're playing Meathook and Crippling Fear, right? The extra kick in the dick about those lands is if we would have just drawn either of those lands up front, we could have gotten Lolth back. But because we drew the Dispute and then drew 2 lands, we were short mana. That's what an absolute beating. Put in some Sorins on the play for some extra grind. Snap is a lot of fun. The core game system is great. Feels like there's a lot of potential there. We're gonna make Snap a regular part of my content lineup for the next week at least and see how it goes in terms of both metrics and my enjoyment. We missed a land drop, and I have a turn 4 Lolth, so sounds good.
Subservience will be rewarded.
Yeah, so their developers have said they intend to release both cards and new spaces like the game has in it on the regular, like weekly. Obviously punted and should have done these in the opposite order, Chip. So we can technically attack like this and then play the other Lolth out and make spiders, right? I think that's ideal. They said they don't plan to do full set releases. They plan to have, like, just a slow drip of stuff. Which makes a lot of sense. Pick your favorite Doomblade opponent. Dealer's choice. Oh, they got both my Doomblades. Rude. Rude. It's a good thing I kept my backup Doomblade on top of the deck, chat. And my backup for my backup Doomblade. Oh, I missed lethal. I could have played this land, and then we could have used the Grasp before blockers and also fired up the Hive. It's all Doomblades all the way down. Swing low, my Doomblade. Do 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 do. All right, I feel like I'm done being a bully in Standard. This deck's still very good. We've played this deck probably 4 or 5 times over the last 6 months as it's slowly gained more cards. It's just like, always feels pretty competitive and reasonable. Ob Nixilis is a very reasonable addition to the archetype, just slots in very cleanly to everything it wants to be doing. Gets to play Meathook Massacre, gets to nickel and dime people out, gets to play a ton of fantastic card selections. So if you want your deck to be super consistent and make people sad, this is a very good choice for Standard. Bowser style.